everybody. Heather here with Dwell Denver, coming to you from my favorite noisy stoop in Lohi to bring you this week's market update called Why Denver Won't Be Mediocre in the Year 2040. Now, this is part 2 of a series. So yeah, Denver's growing a lot, right? Cities that experience the level of growth that Denver is currently going through end up one of two ways, either really well off or really poorly off. And the difference between those two things are usually the level of planning that the city goes through. So too often cities that go through this kind of growth end up giving up the character that made them so attractive to begin with. So the plan that Denver has come up with is called Blueprint Denver, and that's a comprehensive plan that actually contains 5 subplans. Today we're going to talk about their neighborhood plan. So what are the risks in not planning how neighborhoods get developed? Well, number 1, really, it's a loss of neighborhood integrity. And that happens when areas start getting used for purposes that just aren't in keeping with the feel and character and overall well-being of those people who use the area. And then what happens is we lose community. And let me tell you, people do not stay in places, even introverts, that don't have community connections. So to keep our neighborhoods our neighborhoods alive and interesting and enjoyable, here are the goals of the neighborhood-specific plan. And number 1, it's to keep neighborhoods diverse and friendly and open. It may or may not surprise you to know that studies show that people want to live in places where they feel connected and welcome. Number 2 is they want to keep housing affordable and lots of transportation options, because it turns out that people need to be able to afford to live somewhere in order to choose to live somewhere. And they also need options for getting around and in and out of those areas. Number 3 is that people need access to amenities and services. So, it's Colorado, right? We want to get out and we want to go do stuff, and we don't always stay in our homes. So it's really important that neighborhoods stay really connected to options to do within neighborhoods. The number 4 goal for this plan is to keep neighborhoods walkable, bikeable, accessible, and transit friendly, which really gives us options for getting out and getting around. We want to make sure that neighborhoods have pathways in and out so people can come and go as they need to. The number 5 goal of the neighborhoods plan is just simply called equity. But what that means is that the city of Denver wants to make sure that there is investment in neighborhoods that's happening in all neighborhoods, not just some neighborhoods, because what happens is sometimes some neighborhoods get the capital and the investment, some don't, and then you have dead areas, and that really stalls economic growth. The number 6 goal is to have access to opportunity, meaning that all the residents of the neighborhood should have access to work and education and all kinds of medical and health care, keeping everybody healthy and happy. The number 7 goal is to keep a sense of history and cultural heritage. It really preserves what we love about Denver, right? I mean, we just love who we are and who we came from and what we get to be, and keeping a sense of our history is super important. So this plan really helps keep Denver vibrant, interesting, and a wonderful place to live, so that when we say those words to others, "I'm from Denver," we can still hear that predictable sigh of envy. If you have any questions about the plan, I'm no expert, but I can talk about it, and I did read it. Please reach out at dwelldenver.com or find me or us on Facebook.